Folks, it's 10 o'clock here, August the 19th. We are 2 weeks away from the opener here in Kentucky, and I'm going around this morning. I've got the four-wheeler loaded up, I've got corn loaded up, and we're going to go change some cards out, refreshing some sights, and see what we've got. Hopefully we can get a pattern on a buck here these final 2 weeks before the opener. I've got 4 spots to hit today, including our main farm, and I'll meet up with Dad up there after a while. We'll check on the beans and see if we need to take the fence down that we put up about, I don't know, 4 weeks ago or so. Keep them, to try to keep some food there for them. So just hop along, go with me, and we'll see what happens. We're excited for deer season 23 here in Kentucky. We're going to get it started off here in 2 weeks. Let's see what happens. Alright guys, well here's my first stop this morning. This is a spot, if you followed us in the past, you've seen this spot before. This is where I harvested my biggest buck 2 years ago on opening day. 155-inch velvet buck. I was able to take him from our stand right up there. This is just a big grown up area. There's logged several years ago, and it's grown up and it's just a thick jungle now. We don't have any deer on camera, any bucks on camera here yet. We've been running the camera here for about 2 months, but this is generally a spot where it's just a rut farm. So I'm going to dump this bag of feed here and go to our other spot at this same farm. We're just trying to keep the feed out here for them, because in the next couple, 3 weeks, a lot of stuff changes. The beans start to turn, the velvet comes off, so bucks start to explore different home ranges, and we want feed out here in case they move into the area so they're comfortable. You never know what can show up, so we want to keep all our spots ready to go just as best we can. Okay guys, I'm here at spot number 2. It's down in this creek bottom. We've had some good success here in the past. Our stand is right there. Got our camera up here. It's been running for about 2 months as well. First over mineral, and then August 1st we started with the bait once it became legal here in Kentucky. And basically this is another rut transition here. Deer like to travel across this ditch. They come around this side, come around this point, and there's a bend in the creek right here, and they like to cross at those bends in the creek. So it's a really good spot for rut hunt. Derek was able to get a buck on the ground here, I believe it was 2 years ago. Got his biggest buck right here on a rut hunt. I was with him filming. The buck came exactly what I set this stand up for. The buck came down the ridge over there, crossed in front of us, crossed right up through here, and Derek was able to put a shot on him and put him down for his biggest buck ever. So we're gonna top off this spot here and get to the next farm. Alright guys, I'm heading into a spot here. Don't have any four-wheeler access, so I have to pack this corn quite a ways. Got a camera set up back here. This is one of our spots where we do actually have a buck showing up with some regularity. Don't know if he's on the hit list, but he's not at the top right now, but he is our most consistent deer, so we're going to try to keep corn out here and some freak factor and see if we can keep him in this area. Okay guys, so here I am at our spot. Only hunted here a handful of times. You know, never had any luck, but we got a somewhat decent buck showing up here. And it's a small property we got permission on. So don't have any access with four-wheeler or anything, so everything we gotta do is just pack in and out. So it makes it a little cumbersome to get back in here, but nonetheless, it's another spot. They're hard to come by these days, so I'm thankful for everyone that I get. But our stand is right there. Hung it last year and just hunted it a couple of times. Alright guys, I'm packing into another spot here. Gonna check this camera. Batteries were dead on it, so change the batteries up and check the card, put out a little more corn. It's a pretty good hike back in here to get to this one. Long ways from the road. But hopefully it'll be worthwhile. We hadn't had anything on this camera. It's just been here not even a month yet with bait on it, so it's a brand new spot. Just got permission this time, so we're gonna see what's here. Don't have a stand hung. Probably won't hang one unless we get something that intrigues us on camera. So we're just trying to cast as broad a net as we can and get on some mature deer. So far, no luck. Alright guys, I'm headed to the farm now. It's 10 after 1. Got every other spot that we've got right now baited out. Had a little issue there at that last place with the camera, but I finally got it going. And stopped, grabbed me a bite of lunch, eating on the road. Gonna get up here and check these cameras and decide about the beans, whether we're gonna take this fence down or leave it up another week. Alright guys, here we are in our beans. As you can see, they're coming up pretty good here. They're about knee high. Some of them a little taller, some of them a little less. But there's some grass and cuckleburrs coming on in these. We've got a guy coming this week to spray this and the corn with a drone to try to knock these cuckleburrs back. We could spray these with our equipment, but the corn's up 6-7 feet tall and we can't spray that. So there's a lot of grass out in here, but a lot of beans too. I mean, that's knee high. So I think I'm gonna leave these fence up one more week, and we'll take it down next week, next Saturday. We've got a stand in that tree right there, overlooking this bean field. Hopefully we can get a buck patterned and well, we changed our mind. We're gonna go ahead and take the fence down today. So we're getting the spools here. Wind the wire up. So I'm taking down this fence, changed our mind, just like when we're going to hunt a stand. We can't ever make our minds up, decide. So we decided to change it up. Alright, well, we got it unwound here. I've got it attached to my spool. Now we're just going to try to reel it in.
guys, it's 5:45 and I left the house about 10 o'clock this morning. So I put in all day of deer work. We're two weeks away, like I've said. So I had a lot to get done today. The beans looked good. Finally made the decision to pull the fence and just let them on in. Felt like that was better than intruding a week before season. So I give them 2 weeks to get used to it. So all in all, a pretty good day. Go home and look at some of these pictures. Hopefully we can get a buck on a pattern on these beans up here. And 2 weeks we'll see what happens. I put out a couple other cameras too. So have just a good day. Hard work, but maybe it'll pay off. So looking forward to deer season 2023. Hard to believe it's here, almost.